It's not fair! I want out of this movie, too!
The mysterious forbidden Peakwood Caverns. Boy genius, suicides in caverns. They talk about it forever. I'd be immortal.
And so, determined to gloriously kill himself by dying in a cave, he goes to Pequod Caverns, but suddenly he's struck by a bolt of inspiration, an idea that will revolutionize role-playing games forever, intentionally sabotaging your Dungeon Master's whole campaign!
However, between you and the evil undead is a deep pit, where at the very bottom you can see just a faint glitter. Freelick jumps into the pit to gather the treasure. How much does Freelick get?
I love the look on the DM's face here. This is the classic Dungeon Master 1,000-mile stare of a hardened DM taken aback at just how fucked a player is, and realizing how boned the whole campaign's become in an instant.
It's a trap.
No.
The pit is filled with sharp, gem-encrusted spikes. Freelick, the fanatic of Glossamere, is impaled and dies.
But man, who's the rich evil bastard who lines a pit trap with gem-encrusted spikes? Now that's just showing off.
Aw, JJ, that was really stupid, jumping into the pit without using your sonar first. Really stupid. Why did you do that?
Hey, cheer up, JJ. You can start again as a new character.
Oh, it'll take him forever to gather power.
Guys, weren't you listening? Gem-encrusted spikes, remember? Just go down there, pull his body off, and while you're down there, pry some gems off and pay for a resurrection.
I'd like to propose a new game. Kind of an evolution of Mazes and Monsters, but we'd be playing at a much more sophisticated level. I propose we play Mazes and Monsters in a real setting. Pequod Caverns.
And so, LARPing was born! Dignity died shortly thereafter.
You are entering the secret mazes of the evil Verations. His awesome wickedness is matched only by the greatness of his treasure. Shall ye enter?
Aye!
Yeah, I'm not feeling this one. You guys go have fun getting lost and dying, though. Ah! Turn undead! Turn undead!
Be careful, could be a trick. Some skeletons possess mystical powers.
You have 2 questions.
What do Jack's tattoos mean? No, stupid!
Perhaps there's a clue hidden in the skull.
Beware of the sacrilege. Beware of the sacrilege.
Beware the humidity! The hell?
Beware of the sacrilege.
Okay, someone just duct tape a mag light into a skeleton's mouth. I think I can handle this. They start running around the condemned mine and, like any good adventuring party, split up to maximize their chances of falling down a precipice and being lost forever. That's when JJ starts rolling for random monster encounters.
A monster! A monster! A monster! A Goreville! A Goreville! A Goreville!
The fuck is that? The fuck is that? And then, without any foreshadowing or reason, Robbie sees the very same monster step out of the darkness to attack him. The others hear Robbie's pants-fudging squeals of terror and rush to his aid, only to find there's nothing there.
Okay, Robbie? All right, hey, Robbie?
It's all right. It is all right now. I have slain the Goreville.
And lo, I have slain it without thy help, so verily I am bequeathed solo XPs.
The most frightening monsters are the ones that exist in our minds.
As if an eye had been blinked. As if some phantom force in the universe had made a move eons beyond our comprehension. There was no giant. There was nothing in the tunnel but the puzzled men of courage who suddenly found themselves alone with shadows and darkness.
Anyway, as you might have gathered by now, Robbie has mentally gone bye-bye.
Bless you all.
For some reason, the trip into the cave and encounter with the skeleton from JJ's anatomy class has him completely wigged out and thinking he's actually Pardue the Holy Man. So much so that he starts having visions of a god named the Great Hall.
When you are worthy, then you will come to the 2 towers and be one with the Great Hall.
It's a great effect, too, putting the camera at the end of 36-inch drainage tubing. It's very godlike. Anyway, the Great Hall tells Pardue he has to live the life of a holy man, and if he ever wants to cast the high-level magic spells, that means a vow of celibacy.
Look, if you've met somebody else or you don't want to go out with me anymore, then that's fine. But just don't lie to me and say that you love me, but you can't touch me.
But I do love you. It's possible for me to love you without making love to you.
Just like Lisa Marie Presley. Robbie even starts wearing his cleric robes all the time and eventually goes on his holy quest to the 2 towers to find the Great Hall. Only problem is he's nuttier than a payday bar and he doesn't really know where he's going, so once he gets to New York City, he gets completely lost. And it's here that I get a little bit confused as to the nature of Robbie's insanity. When he's at college, he's wearing his cleric robes, but when he goes to New York, he's wearing street clothes. But he still acts like Pardue when he's confronted by muggers and he tries to cast magic spells to ward them off.
My spells, I guard them with my life.
I mean, either he's crazy or he's not. He thinks he's casting spells and starts mistaking muggers for Gorvilles, but he paid for a taxi to take him to New York City. He had to plan this out, or at least hit an ATM machine, and when he stabs the mugger with his knife, he conveniently remembers what a payphone is long enough to put a silver piece in and call for help. Warning, the following clip will completely ruin your ability to enjoy any Tom Hanks movie you'll ever see again.
Robbie?
Hey, I'm in New York.
New York? Robbie, are you all right? What happened?
Oh no, I can't remember.
Robbie, it's going to be all right. Where are you exactly?
There's blood on my knife.
Knife? What happened?
It's on my hands. I think I killed somebody. I know I killed somebody.
Robbie, just tell me where you are.
That's not funny, guys. Man, I've been there.
It's bullshit! I did not hit her! I did not! Hello?
Ben, I need help!
Oh, Spoony!
There's blood on my gunblade, Ben! I think I killed somebody! I know I killed somebody!
Gunblade? Oh, you're playing Final Fantasy VIII again, aren't you?
I don't know! I can't remember!
But Spoony, how can you do this? You're tearing me apart, Spoony!
Robbie finds himself instinctively drawn to the subway system since it's the closest thing to a dungeon he can understand at this point, only far more dangerous with many, many more filthy, pea-smelling creatures, like this guy.
I am Pardue. I am a holy man.
I'm the King of France.
Your Majesty, I have been on a very long quest. Can you tell me of the giant dragon? On my travels here, I heard him.
Dragon, you say?
Yes, the giant dragon, the one above. There he is.
Okay, so he can't tell a subway train from a dragon. You know, there's a very real difference between crazy and stupid. Meanwhile, the group calls the police since Robbie's vanished and hasn't told anyone where he's gone to.
Robbie a doper?
No.
Downers?
No. No.
Drink?
Roofies,
Well, you know.
Quaaludes, Somas, the hashish, and predictably, the detective latches on to mazes and monsters right away as the probable cause for his disappearance.
What do you guys think happened?
One of the players Robbie played with got carried away and killed him.
Well, that's kind of far out.
Mazes and Monsters is a far-out game. Swords, poison, spells, battles, maiming, killing.
Hey, it's all imagination.
Is it?
You sick, deluded bastards. I don't know how you gamers sleep at night. Anyway, the group comes clean about their cave LARPing, and that brings us back to the beginning of the movie. He makes it pretty clear from the beginning that this is a body recovery mission, since he doubts a nerd like Robbie could possibly survive in a cave for over a week.
You want to know the truth? We don't have idea one where Robbie really is, and I don't know if we ever will. The only thing I know is that if he's in those caverns, he's dead.
Look, I don't want to fill you with any false hope. He probably fell down a crevice, shattered his pelvis, and was gnawed to death by cave rats. I mean, he might have survived, but I'd be blowing sunshine up your ass if I told you I thought that was true. Worst case scenario, he got bitten by a bat and turned into a blood-drinking man-bat creature. It's happened before. The group searches Robbie's room and finds a map to the two towers, which they figure out must mean he's gone on a pilgrimage to the World Trade Center. Which I suppose makes this movie the second worst thing to ever happen to the building. So they go there and, sure enough, find Robbie, who's headed to the roof so he can jump off.
Going to join the Great Hall.
You can't. It's a trap.
I have spells. I'm going to fly.
You don't have enough points. I am the maze controller.
This movie is bullshit! Clerics don't get the fly spell, that's clearly on the wizard spell list. I keep telling you, even a crazy role player would know these things. So they finally manage to talk him down and find Robbie a nice padded cell to sleep it off in for about 3 months. When they drive down to his house to check up on him, they find out that he's still in freaking Kooksville.
Freelick! Aren't you dead? Didn't you die when you leaped into the pit?
Hey, come on, Robbie, stop fooling around.
It is you, Freelick. You have been restored to the living. Whoever did that is a great holy man. A greater holy man even than I.
See, this is what happens when you let Scientologists treat the mentally ill.
Oh, Glacia. Nimble, too. Perhaps you are preparing for yet another quest?
Oh, Robbie.
Glacia, has someone placed a spell of forgetfulness on you? I am Pardieu, the holy man.
Up his medication! I ran out of hats.
This lake is enchanted, and beyond there you see the great forest. I feel there must be some evil force dwelling within it. If we could vanquish that evil, the innkeepers and his wife could live happily and in peace.
Yes, I am the maze controller. There is a
Kingdom of the Evil Verations, ruled by the wicked Ak-Oga. Within this forest lies terrible danger, but also a wondrous treasure. Shall ye enter?
Aye.
Oh, that's brilliant. Reinforces violent delusions, and it worked so well in Shutter Island. He thinks the neighbors across the lake are evil monsters. Before the week is out, we're going to find Robbie straddling their naked, flayed-open bodies while jerking off and shrieking the ballad of Bilbo Baggins.
And so, we played the game again, for one last time. It didn't matter that there were no maps, or dice, or no monsters.
Yes, it fucking does matter. They're not real. This guy is insane. He stabbed people. I just don't get this movie. I mean, it even seems to make my argument for me, since it's clear that Robbie's problems run far deeper than a simple role-playing game. After all, if the game were the cause of all this madness, then the entire group would be a deranged, murderous cult. But instead, we find the rest of the group are all doing quite well in school, have bright career prospects, and are part of a large, friendly social circle. We should all be so lucky. It just really bothers me that people try to find scapegoats and blame violence, murder, and insanity on completely unrelated things like works of fiction and violent video games. I mean, I play D&D, I play violent video games, but that's not why I kill people. I kill people because it's the only way I can get an erection. Wait!
Get up early when the sleeping pill wakes me. I take a wake-up pill to fill with energy. I power on hard and I check my messages, but I don't have any messages. I take a driving pill and head to my car. I drive around a bit cause work isn't very far. I call my phone and I check my messages, but I don't have any messages. All I know is driving on drugs feels better when they're prescription. All I know is the world looks beautiful, the world looks so damn beautiful. I feel fantastic, and I never felt as good as how I do right now, except for maybe when I think of how I felt that day, when I felt the way that I do right now, right now. I feel fantastic, and I never felt as good as how I do right now, except for maybe when I think of how I felt that day, when I felt the way that I do right now, right now, right now. Work is anything but quiet these days. I try to mitigate my concentration haze. I can see the day unfold in front of me, so I take the stairs and hit the gym. The phone is ringing when I get to my desk. What was the stinging's now a sharp pain in my chest, so I take a call the next and just chill.
Freelick jumps into the pit to gather the treasure. How much does Freelick get?
It's a